ladies, and welcome back to my channel. This is Beth from Style at a Certain Age, and I'm so happy that you joined me today. Today is Sunday, and we're talking about style. For those of you who are new to my channel, welcome. I'm always happy to have new people come along and hit that subscribe button down below. If you like this video, at the very end, give me a thumbs up, and I'd love to hear your feedback. This is an amazing community over here, and I so enjoy reading all of your comments. But without further ado, today on the blog, I'm talking about, and we'll probably do this the next few weeks, since it's Labor Day weekend and fall is really nipping at our heels. It's not officially here until September 21st, but Labor Day always kind of marks the end of summer to me and the beginning of fall. And we all love to dress for fall, so I thought we would just dip into what's trending this year. And one of the biggest trends, and you'll just see it everywhere, is the color red. It's a very powerful color. It has a very long history. And since I do love to, find some fun facts for you, I've kind of done a little deep digging today. And I'm going to share, what I've learned with you. It is a color that dates way back to the prehistoric times. There's archaeological evidence. There's a cave over in Spain where they found the first drawings of bisons, and it was in red ochre. So we know as a fact that we have been dabbling with tints and dyes and different shades, and especially with red, since prehistoric times. Many of you already know that red is a primary color, especially on the traditional color wheel that painters long ago used and have been using until today. So it's red, yellow, and blue. So they call it the RYB. So that's the traditional color wheel. Now for modern day times, it is that they've moved the spectrum just a little bit and they dabbling with it. So they call that the RGB. So that is red, green, and blue. And when they combine these colors, it creates really they can play around with it, and they can create just about any other color with that. And it also, so the modern day, the RGB, that's what they have come up with to create the monitors on our televisions and our computers, which I thought was really kind of interesting. I personally did not know that. So red is an amazing color, on the traditional color wheel, on the modern color wheel, and there's so many different shades of red that come from, the spectrum from a light pink all the way to a dark burgundy. And since you can play around with it, there's a lot of people out there that think they can't wear red, but I really think that there's a red for everybody because it comes in the warm tones, and it also comes in the cool tones. So I know there's a color red for you. Historically, there is a lot of religious connotations associated with the color red, dating back to the Old Testament when Moses was instructed and he told all the Israelites when they were in bondage in Egypt, he instructed all the Israelites to slaughter a lamb and to mark their doorposts with red so that the angel of death would pass over them. So that was a very symbolic and important color in the Old Testament, which led to the New Testament when Christ was the sacrificial lamb and his blood was shed for mankind to atone for our sins. So pretty interesting. But after the fall of the Roman Empire, the princes of Europe and the Roman Catholic Church, which had already been established, they adopted the color red as a sign, so it symbolized majesty and power and authority, which is very interesting. So you'll see, just red used in their traditional garbs and in their rituals at church. Red has also played a very important role in Asian culture, especially the Chinese. They have dabbled with the red lacquerware for centuries. And through all their dynasties from Shao all the way to Ming, and there's Tan and Han, I think, and I don't know, there's several others in between. Red was also a sign of nobility, and you'll see that in their robes as well. And they painted the gates to their palaces red, for the entrance, and you'll see that a good example is the Forbidden City over in Beijing, which is amazing. If you haven't seen it, you should definitely try and book a trip over there. Red is also found predominantly in nature, especially our sunrises and our sunsets, and there's even an old wives' tale. I thought this was very interesting. So a red sky at night is a sailor's delight, and a red sky in morning is a sailor's warning. And I thought that was very, very interesting because they instinctively knew these things way back in the day, but now there's actually scientific evidence to come along and support why things in the atmosphere happen when the sky is a certain color. Pretty cool. And since it is fall, in September and on into October, especially our northern states, you'll start to see the autumn leaves turning red. I mean, it has a spectacular show. That's when I really miss Minnesota. Not in December and January, but definitely in the fall. Nature just puts on a spectacular show. But not only do you see it in the leaves, but you also see it in a lot of our fruit. You know, you have the cranberries and the raspberries and the strawberries and the tomatoes and the currants, all of that. So it's just a part of our everyday life, whether you're looking in the fields or you're looking in the grocery stores. Red, amazing. The color red is also associated with romantic love, I guess because our heart, we always think that our heart is connected to love and our heart is red. And Valentine's Day, you'll see variations of red and pink, and it's just Cupid's bow. So red is definitely associated with love, but it's also associated with a sense of joy, well-being, and celebration. We roll out the red carpet when an important dignitary, or for the Academy Awards, when a special occasion is approaching. We think of that. We also think of let's see, what else do I have? Oh, Santa Claus. How can we forget Santa Claus? Santa Claus wears a red suit, and red is associated one of the traditional Christmas colors. And it's also associated with, you'll see sports teams wearing red. You'll see, for graduations, like the doctors, if they're getting a doctorate, many times they will put on a scarlet robe. So it's not only love, but it's joy, celebration, well-being as well. And while red is associated with love and well-being, it's also I thought this was very interesting because it's true. And you'll think of, when I share some of these old adages, you'll immediately recognize that. But it's also associated with hatred and anger. I mean, we have the expression "seeing red" when we just are like we're just kind of going ballistic inside. And it's also associated with war, and that dates back to the Roman times. And the god of war was Mars, and he wore red, and then therefore when the planet Mars was named after him because it's the red planet. Very, very interesting. If you go back to the Middle Ages, whenever a red flag was hoisted over a city or a castle, that meant that they were going to defend it, to the death. They were not going to surrender. And on ships, when they hoisted the red flag, that meant they were going to show no mercy on their opponent. So, kind of interesting. I think you can see, I definitely can see, why red is such an important color in our society and in fashion. You'll see this, going in and out, on trend and off trend, but it's very much on trend this year. And that's why it's really, as I said, you're going to see red everywhere. You're going to see it on lips, you're going to see it on our handbags, you're going to see it on shoes, little spots of it here and there. So I'm going to share with you just a few ways that I wear red and have been wearing red, how I'm going to be wearing red. There was I've just recently purchased a lot of red from one collection. It was just nothing but red, but that's because it's on trend this fall. So stay tuned to how I wear a few of my current outfits, and then if you'd like more inspiration, I'll link it up. You can head over to the blog. I'm also talking a little bit more about red over there, a little bit different take, and different photos. So without any more hesitation, we're going to go on to my outfits. And with red being associated with warning and danger, it's no wonder that our stop signs are red, our stoplights are red. When a soccer player is ejected from the game, there's a red card that's raised. Satan has been depicted many, many times wearing a red suit and his pitchfork, and it's also associated with adultery, or at least it was way back in the day when the scarlet letter was penned and Hester Prynne had to emblazon the letter A on her shirt. Accessories are a great way to add red into your wardrobe if you're not wanting to have one piece of article of clothing next to your face, even though I think that everybody has a shade of red that's for them. But this is an easy way, so this is just a cute little sweater. Paris is emblazoned across the gray. I love gray and red. Here's a camera bag, red, nice little accent piece, and then I have the red shoes, suede. Pretty cute. Red goes with so many colors, but it particularly goes well with black. And again, if you're still a little bit shy of putting red next to your face, a great way to incorporate it is with a skirt. This is an A-line skirt. This is by Talbot's. A-line is so flattering to all figures. And then I just have a silk blouse with pattern. And I toughened up the outfit with a faux leather moto jacket, black pointy toe pumps, and a structured handbag. And I work in a casual environment with blogging, so this would be appropriate for a lot of meetings that I would go to. If you like a more casual outfit, I kept the A-line skirt, which is actually it's a twill fabric. So the A-line skirt, and then I threw on a striped tee, which goes with everything, I think, and then a little denim jacket because the temps are dipping down. Even in Georgia, our mornings have been like in the 60s. Brought the pop of red in again with a camera bag, and then I just have some ballet flats because they're just so easy to walk in if I need to log in a few miles, shopping, errands, whatever. So here's the red on the weekend. Here's a bold color red cardigan, which is next to my face, but it's kind of softened up with the trim. You have the cute little grosgrain bow here with the navy in it. So I brought in just a plain sheath dress, denim sheath dress. This is Ralph Lauren. I've worn it before. I have red block-heeled shoes for a little bit dressier look. But I brought in a really cute, fun tote that just kind of gives it a little extra pop as well. Okay, for my last outfit, so I kept the cardigan, brought the striped tee back in. I have the red camera bag, and I'll try and zoom in on this really, really cute. So this is just a little Parisian charm bracelet, again by Talbot's. Then I have my blue jeans on, my crop blue jeans, and then velvet. And actually velvet is another big trend. We'll be touching on that in future weeks, but velvet shoes from Kate Spade completes the outfit. Very casual and easy for the weekend. And the red's just kind of toned down with the blue jeans and the striped shirt. Thanks for tuning in, ladies. It's always so good to see you, and I'll see you on Thursday when we're going to be talking about maybe beauty or maybe some recipes because it's Labor Day weekend. I haven't decided yet what I'm going to throw at you, but stay tuned, and thanks for watching today.